I don't know why I expected a bigger package, but let's just get into this. I'm glad it finally came. Please use seal closest to edges first. Okay, let's do that. Psych. Let's just cut right into it. Put this away. So I think I ordered about, I don't know, a dozen or so plants. And hopefully this is all of them. So let's see what we got. Okay, nondescript box. Modern Aquarium. That's where I ordered this stuff from. Tampa, Florida. Here's a list of what is supposed to be in here. Let's check. Oh, floating duckweed portion. Ludwigia Peruensis. Okay. Staurogyne Repens for the foreground. I like the way they label where to put these: foreground, midground, background, I guess. Sagittaria Dwarf bunched. Okay. Pennywort Brazilian. Scarlet Temple. Got a couple of these in pots. Cardinal plant. It's nice and purple. Dark red Ludwigia. And the 4-leaf clover, dark clump, foreground. It's kind of browning in there, but we'll see. And finally, Java moss. This is a portion of Java moss. And the local paper, I guess. Alright, well, let's get these all opened up, inspected, and into some lukewarm water. And see if we could get these into the tank. So there's the tank. It's up and running. May look a little cloudy. Let me go over here and click on the light. Okay, it's better. It's a little cloudy. It's been up and running for about a week now. I'm gonna drain out most, if not all, of that water. Well, most of it. You never get all of it out. I have a couple of those bamboos in there sticking up out the top, and they're doing fine. So, and another reason why I wanted to do this planted type tank is because I have a skylight right above. Oh, got a package. That package may be my tools for this, but I think I'm not going to need it because of the size of these little plants. I mean, I basically could stick them in with my hands, but we'll see. So when you got that package, it's here. Let's get this open, see what's in there. I think this is the tools that I said that I ordered earlier that I might not need, but let's just get in there, see what we got. Okay, so let me move some of these plants. Oh, and in addition to the plants, what I also ordered from Modern Aquarium is this. This is Neloc G Thrive caps. So I think you get 60 of them in here, probably. When I look at these, I always see 60 count. So this is to add some nitrogen and some other stuff in the water in the tank for, or people call these root tabs. So you bury these tablets down in the substrate, and the root plants that feed from their roots will get some nutrients from this. But I got this because the tank is brand new. It's not even cycled, even though I've been running that water in there. I mean, you need some ammonia to set off the nitrogen cycle, or the, yeah, I guess the nitrogen cycle. So I also ordered another item which actually might be in here. Let's see. Yes, it is. This stuff, Fritzyme, live bacteria, ammonia and nitrite. So to get this for freshwater, to get my tank to start cycling, I guess you add this stuff in and it gets the nitrifying bacteria going. You get a nice culture started. And then, because I'm looking forward to getting some fish. I thought this box was kind of heavy. So, yeah, this is what I bought here. The Hydro 5-in-1. So you get a 10.6 straight tweezer, curved tweezer, aquatic curved scissor, 12.5 substrate spatula, and a cleaning cloth, 7.5 inches. So I'll open this later. Let me get these plants out of the bag into some water, rinsed off, and inspect them. So I got a bowl of water here. And this is my first time doing this. I usually, when I bought live plants for my tanks in the past, I would just take the plant out the bag and chuck them in the tank. I knew the fish were gonna eat them. But let's get started with this Cardinal plant. It's in a pot, so let's they wrapped it nice, like a florist would. Let's try to be gently. They said to gently remove it. So let's try to gently do that. It's a nice looking plant. I'm just gonna leave it in the pot for now. I'm gonna break that up and put it in different places around the tank. Same with this one. So maybe it'll be easier if I just, yeah. This is the potted dark red Ludwigia. I'm probably not mispronouncing these names. This is my first time dealing with any of these plants on a first name basis. So this one looks really healthy. You know, I kind of was hoping that I would get some hitchhikers, some snails or whatever. Probably that's not a good thing, depending on which ones you get. But this plant looks really healthy. And it looks like it's standing up strong on its own. Get that in there. When I was doing the reef tank and I had it set up, my first one, it was a 20 gallon, 20 high. And I had that set up, this is the Scarlet Temple. When I had that one set up in one of my other places here in New York, I got some live rock, and you know, I was aiming to get some of that coralline that grows. This came in a bunch tied with a rubber band. Nice pink coloration on it. And sometimes you get those hitchhikers, you know, especially when it comes out of an established tank with the live, you know, live rock. So I started seeing like isopods and all kinds of macrofauna in there, and I was so amazed by that. It just was the tank that kept on giving. It's one of the best things that I found from the reef keeping hobby. This one, this is the Pennywort Brazilian. I hear this stuff grows like a weed, but let's try to just untangle it gently here. With our terrestrial plants around here, my wife's always saying, you're manhandling them, you're handling them too rough. And I'm like, they're plants, you know, if something breaks off. Not that I'm roughhousing or anything or purposely trying to damage the plant, but if something breaks off, the plant was trying to let go of it to make room for new growth. Is what my thought process is. And so, you know, like that zebra plant over there that I have, the, what do you call it? I don't want to say its common name. She calls it the wandering dude. is the Tradescandia Sabrina. Yeah, I have that blade right here, and yet I'm ripping this thing open like be a man. See, I'm losing some leaves already. Just get this stuff out. And whatever leaves fall off, I'm gonna put them in the tank anyway. So I got two nice bunches here. That's like stuff I would cook with. I need to start cooking videos too. Okay, I have a broken branch there. And I have a broken leaf here. But again, they're plants. And it doesn't seem to be, maybe that's a little, I don't know, some greenery here. And what else we got here? This one. This is the Sagittaria Dwarf bunched. Let's open this one the proper way. Oh. Intruder alert! I need an adult. I'm gonna finish opening these plants up, and I'll be right back. These have some nice roots, and they're bound with metal ties. I don't know why they needed metal ties. Maybe the metal is better than maybe a rubber band or something. I don't know. This is the, let's see, Sagittaria dwarf. No. Yeah, I think this is the Sagittaria. But yeah, let me keep going on and I'll be back. I don't have to turn on my lights in here until it's dark out, so I get plenty of light, and that's why I had a lot of algae issues with my previous tanks. But anyway, I had a 26 bow front, and it wasn't in this particular location, but I had some frogs in it, the firebelly toads. Then later on, I changed it into mini reef. So I had a coral, not necessarily a nano reef, but reef tank. Before that, I had a 40-gallon tank. It wasn't a 40 breeder. It was the same dimensions as the 55-gallon, this one, but just a couple of inches shorter. Had a nice wood trim on it, which is what went nicely with this stand. And it was a really nice tank. I drilled it. There's a video of me drilling it 15 years ago. I'll link that in the description. Later, when I moved, I brought it up here. That was a reef tank, and I was drilling it for a sump, and I brought it up here, and I changed it into an African cichlid tank. And then I was tired of the fish that grow too big for your tank. I had to give away, rehome a lot of the fish, and so I decided to do like a community tank. So I got the tank all drained out now, and let me give you guys a better angle. Let's see if I could. A little bit better angle. Okay. So I got the tank all drained out now, and I'm gonna start putting the plants in. This way I can move the sand a little better, and then see how it looks from there. So that's all the plants in. It looks much, I don't know. It's underwhelming at best, but hey, now's the time for patience, the time to see what does what, how, each one of these things does. And we go from there. And so, from all the tanks that I've had over my lifetime, I know that it takes time if you want a beautiful tank. A lot of times we watch these videos and we see these pictures of these lush tanks, these images, and we want that, and we all want it now, but it doesn't happen like that. It takes some patience, especially with planted tanks, and especially if I'm not going to be, well, I'll be dosing a little something with the root tabs at a certain point, but I put that Fritz Eco Start stuff in there. Let me see what the actual name is again. It's the live nitrifying bacteria ammonia nitrate, so the Fritz Zyme. So I used about a cup and a quarter of this stuff. I'm gonna call this 25 gallons. So this is a 55-gallon tank, so I'm gonna call that about 25 gallons of water. I turned the pump back on. Oh, and let me show you back over there. I have, this is under my tank, by the way. I keep all my stuff. I have my master freshwater master test kit under there. So I was about to buy another one, and then I realized, wait a minute, let me check what I have in stock, if you will. And yeah, I had one, but let me show you this. So the temperature on the tank right now is, this is dechlorinated water. I put some quick start or something. I keep saying quick start, but it's right around 72 degrees. I don't know if you can see that right now. I got that duckweed in, and along in the cup of duckweed, I got a couple of little hitchhikers. I don't know if you can see, he was right on the filter a moment ago. Let's see. He was in there, but a couple of little snails. So I thought that was really cool, to have a couple of hitchhikers. And, the plants, some of them covered in a little sand, and there's bubbles all in the glass and all of that, and the tank looks a little cloudy and brown because of, I was stirring it up. And that duckweed is making its way, finding its way. It's in the stream of the water coming down, but eventually that'll, dissipate like it has over here. And then in the back where I showed before, where I had that trickle of water coming out of the back up here, I added a heater. And I have to make sure to keep that above the water line. But yeah, you want the heater to be where the flow of water is. So it's a 300 watt heater, and right now I think I have it set to 80. So just in case, it's always ambient temperature in here is good. So that's the tank with the plants installed, if you will. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a while for it to clear up and everything. I'm going to keep checking the parameters, and then I'll shoot an update video once it's clear to see how, and give an update on how each of the plants are doing. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel for that. Like this video, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and everybody stay well. This is Big Briss. Hey, before I say I'm out, the toolkit. I found that toolkit useful. I used, let's see, out of everything in here, I used the little spatula thingy. I actually used the thin part. It's much tougher aquascaping when you have, and installing, I keep saying installing plants. These shears are really nice. They're very sharp. I was able to cut thread. I put some Java moss, and these things are nice too. It's forceps. I didn't use the regular tweezers yet, but I installed some Java moss over here in the nooks of, I gotta get some of that sand. That sand was floating on top, but put some Java moss in there and a few other strategic places, and I tied it on with some thread. You may be able to see. Let's get these, see if I can get these bubbles. Wait, is that a snail? No. I was able to try the Java moss on with some thread, and then I have some stuff under there, under the rock. So hopefully that stuff takes off a little bit more in there, and some at the base of that, you know, tree, if you want to call it that. So hopefully that stuff takes off. These purple plants are really nice. I mean, I hope they perk up. I'm gonna go in there and try to dust some of that sand away. But anyway, this has been Big Briss TV. Thanks for watching. Everyone stay well. And until next time, I'm out.